Hello, 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 guys. Hello, everyone. How are you on today? Guess what time it is? It's a pop-up story time. Story time with Miss Doris. I hope you all had an awesome Friday on today. I had an awesome day on today. But we're going to go ahead on and get started. I have an awesome story for you on today. Well, before we get started with our story, I would like to greet everyone all over the world. I would like to say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some, good night. Someone is going to bed somewhere in the world, but guess what? You are just in time for story time with Miss Doris. Today's story we're going to be reading is 12 Dancing Princesses. And this is going to be coming out of our little classic book on today, 12 Dancing Princesses. It's going to be our story today. So shout outs to all of you out there in Storytime Land. I hope you guys had an awesome day, and I'm looking forward to our weekend, to the weekend. Well, guess what? I would like to send a special shout outs to Mr. and Mrs. Bogus on their wedding celebration on today. It was such a beautiful service. God bless you. Congratulations to you, Mari and Ron, on today. Well, guys, guess what? Let's go ahead on and get started. Started reading our story time evening pop-up story for this Friday. We're not going to do the story time song. You can hear it in the background. We'll hear it in the background. 12 Dancing Princesses. 12 Dancing Princesses. Once upon a time, far away in kingdom, there lived a king who had 12 beautiful daughters. The king loved his daughters very much and was very protective of them. And so he made his daughters all sleep in one room with a door that locked from the outside. Curiously, every morning the shoes of the 12 princesses were always well worn, as if they had been danced in all night long. But every night the king saw that no one left or entered their room. Utterly stumped, the king let it be known across the land that whoever could solve the mystery of the worn shoes could marry the princess of his choosing. A prince arrived at the castle, and he was taken to the chamber next to the princess's room, where he could watch and listen. But the prince fell asleep, and when he awoke, he could not explain where the princesses had gone, or how their shoes had become so worn. After this quick prince came another, and then a nobleman. They both quickly fell asleep. And the princess's shoes were even more worn than the next day. The king became frustrated and banished them all. They're the princess's shoes. What are they doing? Meanwhile, a poor soldier heard about this mystery of the worn shoes, and there would be a reward of marrying a prince. The soldier was brave and cunning and liked to solve puzzles, and so he set off towards the castle to solve the mystery himself. While walking through the woods, the soldier suddenly heard a cry for help. He ran toward the sign and saw an old woman crying out for help in the river. The current was very quick, and she would soon be swept away. The soldier grabbed a branch and held it out to the woman. "Grab hold," he called. With his quick thinking and strength, she was saved. Together they built a fire, and the soldier gave the old woman his cloak to warm up. They began to talk, and the soldier confessed that he was going to the castle to solve the the puzzle of the 12 princesses and their worn-out shoes. If you are going to uncover the secret, you will need some help, said the old woman. The old woman was really a sorceress. She pulled the soldier's cloak over her head and whispered some mysterious words. It was now a magical cloak that turned the warrior invisible. How can I ever thank you? Asked the soldier, admiring the cloak. Your kindness and bravery saved my life. I am repaying the favor, replied the sorceress. But be warned, do not drink anything the princess offer you, for it will surely put you to sleep. The next morning, the soldier and the sorceress parted ways. They wished each other well, and the other soldier set off towards the castle. He ran through the forest as fast as he could, so that he would be sure to arrive before the princess went to bed. The soldier received a royal welcome at the castle, just like the princess and noble before him. The soldier was told to spend the night in the room next to the bedchamber. 4 of the 12 mysterious princesses. As the soldier looked around, the oldest of the 12 princesses entered the room. Welcome, said the princess. Please have a glass of wine. The soldier remembered the sorcerer's warning and poured the wine into a plant as the princess left. He then lay down and began snoring loudly. Oh my goodness, he must be snoring really, really loud. But he remembered what the sorcerer said. Do not drink of anything that the princess gives you. I'm glad he listened. When the princess heard the snoring, they all jumped out of bed and began to change their prettiest gowns and jewels. But the youngest princess was unsure and told her sister that she was really, really worried. Don't worry, little sister, said the elder sister. My sleeping potions have put many, many men to sleep. Seeing that her sister was still worried, the 2 princesses went to the room next door. The soldier appeared to be fast asleep, with the empty wine glass nearby. It's too bad he'll be banished in the morning, thought the eldest princess. He looks quite charming. Reassured, the 2 princesses returned to their room. The soldier silently put on the magic cloak and tiptoed behind them. Inside the princess, the bedchamber, the carpet in the center of the room had been rolled up. Excuse me. Excuse me. The eldest princess stood above it and clapped her hands 3 times. Clap, clap, clap. Tap, tap, tap. On the 3rd tap of her foot, a door opened, revealing a hidden staircase. The eldest princess went down the staircase first, followed by the 11 sisters. The soldier rushed behind him and accidentally stepped on the youngest prince's dress. There's someone here. Someone just stepped on my dress, cried the youngest princess. Your dress must have gotten snagged on a nail. There's no one there, replied the eldest. At the bottom of the stair, the princess and the soldier stepped out into a grove of sparkling trees with beautiful, beautiful silver leaves. The soldier knew he would need proof and snapped off a branch. Did you hear that? Called the youngest princess. Don't worry, little sister, comforted the eldest. One of us must have stepped on a twig. The soldier followed the skipping and trolling princesses, and soon they were in a new grove of trees with gleaming gold leaves. Over the hill, the leaves of the other trees shone like sparkling diamonds. The soldier took a branch from each kind of tree. When the youngest princess heard the snapping of branches, her eldest sister reassured her. The eldest princess was sure that her youngest sister was scared and imagining things. The 12 princes arrived at the lake, where 12 boats with 12 princesses were waiting for them. The soldier carefully stepped into the last boat and joined the youngest princess and prince. "I must be tired tonight," said the young prince. "We're going slower than the others, and the boat seems heavier as usual." The boats arrived at the shore of a great castle. The soldier followed the princess into the ballroom. The princess began to dance. They waltzed and leaped and swayed and twirled. With all their dancing, their shoes began to wear out. The soldier had solved the mystery of the shoes. When they grew tired from dancing, they drank from the shiny gold cups. The soldier took one of the golden cups as more proof of where they had been. As dawn approached, the princess left the way they came, and the soldier followed them back. He slipped into the other room and pretended to be asleep. Before long, he heard the sound of voices. "You see," said the eldest princess of the youngest, "he is still sound asleep. Our secret is safe." Later that morning, the soldier was called before the king. "Do you know why my daughter's shoes are worn to pieces every morning?" asked the king. The soldier told the story of the trapdoor, the magical forest, the golden cups, and the dancing in the ballroom. He offered the gleaming twigs and the golden cup as proof. The princesses were very surprised, but they couldn't deny the truth. The king was so relieved to have solved the mystery that he wasn't mad at his daughters for sneaking away. The king then asked the soldier which princess would he like to marry. "Your Majesty, the princes are all beautiful, but the eldest is also clever, adventurous, and kind," said the soldier. The eldest princess was delighted, and they were soon married. At their wedding, they had a grand ball all night long, where they danced until their shoes wore out. The end. Wow. What an awesome story we read on tonight. 12 Dancing Princesses. This is a little classic paper book. I enjoyed reading you guys an awesome story on tonight. Well, as we always say, make sure that if guys you're not feeling well, make sure you let someone know that you're not feeling well. Your mom, dads, nanas, or papas, they would take really good care of you. And when you go into those public places that says you must wear your mask, make sure you guys are wearing your mask. Don't forget, don't take your mask off unless someone tells you to. I enjoyed reading your live story on today. Remember, if you're not smiling on today, I hope once you see Miss Storytime smile that you are smiling. Have an awesome weekend. Take care and be safe.